Unveiling the Top Movies of All Time, A Cinematic Journey Part 2. Number 6. Forrest Gump, 1994. Forrest Gump is a 1994 American drama film directed by Robert Zemeckis and based on the novel of the same name by Winston Groom. The film stars Tom Hanks in the titular role and follows the life journey of Forrest Gump, a simple-minded but kind-hearted man who unwittingly becomes a witness to and participant in several significant events in American history. The film begins with Forrest Gump sitting on a bench in Savannah, Georgia, recounting his life story to various people who sit next to him. Forrest is shown as a child in the 1950s with a below-average IQ, living in Greenbow, Alabama. Despite his intellectual limitations, Forrest's mother, Mrs. Gump, instills in him a sense of optimism and encourages him to believe in himself. Forrest's life takes a turn when he befriends a young girl named Jenny Curran, who becomes his best friend and lifelong love interest. Forrest discovers his exceptional talent for running and eventually earns a college scholarship. He attends the University of Alabama, where he becomes a star football player. During his time at college, he also witnesses and experiences the early stages of the civil rights movement. After college, Forrest joins the Army and is sent to Vietnam. There, he saves several of his comrades, including Lieutenant Dan Taylor, during an intense firefight. Forrest is awarded the Medal of Honor for his bravery, and he also discovers that Lieutenant Dan is the sole survivor of his family's long line of military service. Following his military service, Forrest returns to the United States and is honorably discharged. Forrest embarks on a series of adventures and becomes involved in various historical events. He becomes a successful ping-pong player, starts a profitable shrimping business with Lieutenant Dan, and even meets several U.S. presidents, including John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon. Throughout his life, Forrest remains devoted to Jenny, who struggles with her own personal demons, including drug addiction and an abusive relationship. Despite the challenges, Forrest's unwavering love for Jenny never diminishes. The film reaches its climax when Jenny, now living in Savannah, reunites with Forrest. She reveals to him that he has a son named Forrest Gump Jr. Jenny and Forrest marry, but their happiness is short-lived as Jenny falls ill. Eventually, Jenny succumbs to an unknown illness, leaving Forrest devastated. In the present day, Forrest reveals that he has become a wealthy entrepreneur by investing in Apple stock and continues to live a simple life in Greenbow. He sends his son off to school and visits Jenny's grave regularly. The film ends as Forrest sees his son board a school bus and reflects on his life with the iconic line, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get." Forrest Gump is widely regarded as a classic film that touches the hearts of audiences with its heartfelt storytelling and memorable characters. The film expertly weaves together elements of comedy, drama, and historical events, creating a unique and intriguing narrative. Tom Hanks delivers an exceptional performance as Forrest Gump, portraying the character with innocence, sincerity, and a childlike wonder that is both endearing and captivating. His portrayal earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor, which was well-deserved. The film's script is well-crafted, seamlessly integrating Forrest into significant events in American history, such as the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, and the Watergate scandal. This approach adds depth and context to the story, providing a unique perspective on these historical moments. Forrest Gump also explores themes of love, friendship, perseverance, and the power of the human spirit. Forrest's unwavering love for Jenny and his ability to find success in unexpected places inspire viewers and leave a lasting impact. The film's cinematography, production design, and visual effects are also commendable, as they successfully transport the audience to different time periods and locations, enhancing the overall viewing experience. While some critics argue that the film simplifies complex historical events and glosses over certain aspects, it is important to note that Forrest Gump is primarily a character-driven story rather than a historical documentary. Its purpose is to tell the emotional journey of a unique individual and the impact he has on those around him. Overall, Forrest Gump remains a beloved film that continues to resonate with audiences. Its timeless message of love, perseverance, and the beauty of life's unexpected moments has solidified its place in cinematic history. Number 7. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, 1966. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly is a 1966 Italian epic spaghetti western film directed by Sergio Leone. Starring Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef, and Eli Wallach. The film is set during the American Civil War and follows three morally ambiguous gunslingers as they search for a buried treasure. The film is set in the American West during the Civil War. Blondie, Clint Eastwood, a skilled and cunning gunslinger, and Tuco, Eli Wallach, a Mexican bandit, form an uneasy alliance to earn money through a scam. Blondie captures Tuco and turns him in for the bounty reward, but at the last moment, Blondie saves Tuco from hanging by shooting the noose. Meanwhile, Angel Eyes, Lee Van Cleef, a ruthless and sadistic mercenary, is also seeking the treasure. Angel Eyes learns of a dying Confederate soldier who knows the name of the cemetery where the treasure is buried. He tortures and kills the soldier to obtain the information. Blondie and Tuco, now aware of the cemetery's name, join forces to find the treasure. They embark on a journey, facing numerous obstacles and dangers along the way. Their partnership is marked by a constant power struggle and frequent betrayals. As they get closer to the treasure, tensions rise, and the three men find themselves in the midst of the Battle of Tuco. In the chaos of the battle, Blondie and Tuco manage to escape, but Angel Eyes is captured and forced to reveal the name of the cemetery. Blondie and Tuco finally arrive at the cemetery. They engage in a tense standoff, each waiting for the other to reveal the exact location of the grave. In a climactic moment, Blondie shoots the rope holding the grave marker, causing it to fall between them. He tells Tuco that the name on the grave containing the treasure is Arch Stanton. Tuco frantically searches the cemetery for the grave, while Blondie secretly counts the steps to the actual grave. When Tuco finds the grave, he realizes it is empty. Blondie appears and reveals that the treasure is buried in another grave nearby, marked with his own name. As they load the gold onto a cart, Angel Eyes, who has escaped, arrives and holds them at gunpoint. However, Blondie uses his exceptional marksmanship to shoot Angel Eyes and kill him. Blondie and Tuco divide the gold, and Blondie rides off into the sunset, leaving Tuco behind. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly is considered one of the greatest Western films ever made, renowned for its stylish direction, memorable characters, and iconic score composed by Ennio Morricone. Sergio Leone's direction is masterful, filled with sweeping landscapes, intense close-ups, and deliberate pacing. The film captures the lawless and brutal atmosphere of the American West during the Civil War, creating a gritty and realistic setting for the story to unfold. Clint Eastwood delivers a captivating performance as the stoic and enigmatic Blondie. His portrayal of the man with no name archetype solidified his status as a Western icon. Eli Wallach shines as the cunning and humorous Tuco, injecting the film with a dose of levity. Lee Van Cleef's portrayal of the merciless Angel Eyes adds a sense of menace and danger to the narrative. The plot of The Good, the Bad and the Ugly is a classic tale of greed, betrayal, and survival. The dynamic between the three central characters is compelling, as they navigate a treacherous world while driven by their desire for wealth. The film cleverly explores the moral ambiguity of its characters, blurring the lines between good and evil. One of the film's standout features is Ennio Morricone's iconic score, which has become synonymous with the Western genre. The haunting melodies and distinctive sound effects enhance the film's atmosphere and heighten the tension during key moments. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly is praised for its technical achievements, including Leone's innovative use of cinematography and editing techniques. The film's long shots, extreme close-ups, and carefully constructed sequences contribute to its unique visual style and create a sense of grandeur. Although the film's runtime is over 3 hours, it rarely feels slow or tedious. The narrative remains engaging, with each scene serving a purpose in advancing the plot or developing the characters. Overall, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly is a cinematic masterpiece that stands as a testament to Sergio Leone's directorial vision. Its combination of gripping storytelling, memorable performances, and stunning visuals has secured its place as a genre-defining Western and a beloved classic in film history. Number 8 Pulp Fiction, 1994. Pulp Fiction is a 1994 neo-noir crime film directed by Quentin Tarantino. Known for its non-linear narrative structure and a blend of dark humor and violence, the film features interconnected stories of various characters in the criminal underworld of Los Angeles. The film consists of several interwoven stories, presented out of chronological order. Number 1 Vincent Vega and Marcellus Wallace's wife. Vincent Vega, John Travolta, a hitman, is assigned by his boss, Marcellus Wallace, Bing Rames, to take care of his wife, Mia, Uma Thurman, while Marcellus is away. Vincent takes Mia out for dinner and they bond over conversations and dancing at a 1950s-themed restaurant. However, after returning to Mia's house, Vincent accidentally overdoses her with heroin. He rushes her to his drug dealer's house, where they administer an adrenaline shot to revive her. Number 2. The Gold Watch. Butch Coolidge, Bruce Willis, a boxer, agrees to take a dive in his upcoming match on Marcellus' orders. However, he double-crosses Marcellus and wins the fight. Butch retrieves a gold watch from his apartment and discovers it is a family heirloom. On his way out, he encounters Vincent, leading to a tense confrontation. Later, Butch inadvertently hits Marcellus with his car, and they end up captured by a sadistic pawnshop owner named Zed. Butch manages to escape and saves Marcellus, forming an unexpected alliance. Number 3. The Bonnie Situation. Jules Winfield, Samuel L. Jackson, and Vincent Vega are hitmen tasked with retrieving a briefcase for Marcellus from a group of college-aged criminals. After a heated confrontation, Jules executes one of the criminals, declaring it a miracle. Jules later decides to leave his life of crime, sparing the life of a young man named Pumpkin, Tim Roth, and giving him money before departing. The film concludes with Jules and Vincent accidentally shooting a man in the back seat of their car. They seek help from their friend Jimmy, Quentin Tarantino, who calls upon a cleaner named Winston Wolfe, Harvey Keitel. Wolfe helps them dispose of the body and clean up the mess, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a professional attitude. Pulp Fiction is widely regarded as a groundbreaking and influential film, showcasing Quentin Tarantino's unique storytelling and filmmaking style. The film's nonlinear narrative structure, sharp dialogue, stylized violence, and eclectic soundtrack have become hallmarks of Tarantino's work. The film's strength lies in its ensemble cast, with standout performances from John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson, and Bruce Willis. Each actor brings their character to life with charisma and depth, delivering Tarantino's dialogue with precision and flair. Tarantino's screenplay is a masterful blend of dark humor, pop culture references, and philosophical musings. The dialogue is sharp, witty, and often unexpected, creating memorable and quotable moments throughout the film. The nonlinear structure of Pulp Fiction adds intrigue and engages the audience as they piece together the various interconnected stories. Tarantino's nonlinear storytelling allows for a deeper exploration of the characters and their motivations, providing a fresh take on the crime genre. The film's depiction of violence is notorious, characterized by sudden bursts of brutality and graphic imagery. However, Tarantino's skillful direction and use of dark humor prevent the violence from feeling gratuitous, instead serving as a commentary on the nature of crime and the consequences it carries. The soundtrack of Pulp Fiction is a blend of surf rock, soul, and classic hits, which not only complements the film's scenes but also becomes an integral part of its identity. The combination of music and visuals creates a vibrant and immersive experience for the audience. While Pulp Fiction is celebrated for its many strengths, some critics argue that its fragmented narrative structure may be disorienting or alienating for some viewers. Additionally, the film's explicit content and violence may not be suitable for all audiences. Overall, Pulp Fiction is a landmark film that revitalized the crime genre and solidified Quentin Tarantino as a visionary filmmaker. Its memorable characters, iconic dialogue, and unconventional storytelling continue to captivate audiences and inspire filmmakers to this day.